Palantir is on fire today. Price continued to go up. Multiple bombshells have been dropped. The US government is about to announce a massive deal in 24 hours. And this is what Palantir needed to reach $500 per share. Now it's finally happening. What is happening? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Today absolutely shook the Palantir community. The stock is climbing again, continuing its upward march after that little dip we saw right after the Q1 earnings drop. People are fired up, social media's buzzing. Reddit, Twitter, even your group chats. Everyone's talking about it. The hype is real. But what just happened to light this fire again? Well, get this. Donald Trump himself dropped a bombshell. He said that within just 24 hours, he's going to reveal a massive trade deal with one of the most prestigious countries in the world. And if that wasn't enough, Palantir, yes, our Palantir, just dropped their own news, securing a major international deal with a country. Same day, back to back. It's not just a coincidence. It's a perfect storm for a price breakout. And here's where things get really wild. What if I told you these could be the missing piece? The catalyst that sends Palantir flying all the way to $500. Sounds crazy, right? But it's not just a dream. An actual analyst backed this up. We're talking serious momentum backed by real-world events, not just internet noise. Now here's the thing. When moves like this happen, you want to be in. You want to have your Palantir stocks locked and loaded. And here's a little surprise. What if I told you that right now, yes, right at this very moment, you could actually get Palantir stock for free? Yep, free. Yep, free. All you gotta do is click the link in the description and follow a few simple steps. Don't miss that. Okay, I know, you're probably already pumped, but let's take a breath and zoom in on the price action today. What's actually going on with the chart? One analyst broke it down in a way that makes total sense. Palantir had a strong open, real strength right out the gate, but then it pulled back. Some are saying that move felt like bulls trying to force a breakout, maybe even some manipulation in there. But despite that fade, it still managed to close the day solidly above the key level that traders were watching. And that's important. Now what does this mean? We're probably going to see a little more consolidation, some sideways action for a few days. But the momentum? It's still there. It's alive. And here's the kicker. Palantir's now dancing just below two major resistance points. Once it clears those levels, this thing could rip. So what's the big thing that everyone's buzzing about right now? Today wasn't just any news day. Multiple bombshells dropped, and the biggest one? Palantir just locked in a massive deal with the country of Ecuador. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't some private company contract. This is a nation-level partnership. According to an official post from Ecuador's presidential office, on May 6th, President Daniel Noboa met directly with Josh Harris, who's the vice president at Palantir. They didn't just shake hands for a photo op. This meeting was all about using Palantir's cutting-edge tech to fight smuggling, crack down on customs fraud, and strengthen national security systems. It's part of Noboa's bigger vision to push Ecuador into a new era of digital transformation. Now here's why this matters big time for Palantir. This isn't just another contract. This is a full-on partnership with a government. It means trust, scale, and long-term collaboration. When a country turns to Palantir to help protect its borders, fix deep-rooted issues, and modernize their entire security infrastructure, that sends a huge message to the rest of the world. It tells other nations that Palantir isn't just a player. It's the go-to platform for national-level digital defense and transformation. And this kind of move? It doesn't just build reputation. It moves markets. Investors see deals like this and they understand the scale. They see recurring revenue, international growth, and dominance in the Govt tech space. That's why this could have a serious impact on Palantir's price trajectory. So yeah, this Ecuador deal, it's not just good news. It's a major milestone, and honestly, it might be just the beginning. But here's the crazy part. Just when you think the day couldn't get any bigger, Donald Trump drops a bombshell of his own. Today, reports broke that President Trump is expected to announce a brand new trade agreement between the US and none other than Britain. Yeah, this is real. According to multiple sources, Trump is getting ready to stand at the Oval Office tomorrow morning and lay out the details of what he's calling a major trade deal with a, quote, big and highly respected country. And while he didn't name it outright in his social media tease, people close to the matter say, it's Britain. Now, think about what this means. The US and Britain have been trying to tighten their economic bond for a long time, but now this deal could finally open the door. There's talk about slashing tariffs, cutting down on barriers that have been choking US exports, and even removing taxes on American tech companies. And guess what? That includes companies like Palantir. This kind of deal, if it's even half as big as it sounds, could be a serious game changer. It would not only mark a major diplomatic win, but it could light a fire under American tech companies operating in global markets. It clears a path. And if Palantir is in that path, oh man, watch out. See, this isn't just good news for the economy in general. This hits right at the core of Palantir's strategy, because according to one top analyst, this type of global breakthrough, it could be the missing piece of the puzzle for Palantir to hit that dream range of $500 to $1,000 per share in the next few years. Let me break it down the way he sees it. Palantir's already dominating in US government contracts. That's their stronghold. But to really explode, they need to keep building out those relationships, push deeper into commercial industries like healthcare, finance, and energy, and lean all the way into AI with their Foundry platform. They've got to keep growing globally, and most importantly, they need to do it profitably, efficiently, at scale. And here's the magic of today. This Trump trade deal could kickstart all of that. With fewer barriers, less tax friction, and friendlier trade terms, it becomes way easier for a company like Palantir to expand aggressively in places like the UK and across Europe. It opens doors that were half shut before. This isn't just about shipping more products. It's about building influence, locking in more international contracts, and reinforcing their role as the backbone of modern digital infrastructure worldwide. So yeah, between the Ecuador deal and this possible US and UK trade agreement, today might just go down as the day Palantir's global moment finally began. And here's the thing. Even when you zoom out and look at the long-term picture, Palantir still looks really strong. We're not just talking about a short-term hype wave here. One analyst laid it out perfectly in a tweet. He said that Palantir's international business isn't just a one-time play. It's going to keep growing steadily over time. And the way things are shaping up, that statement is aging very well. Think about what just happened. Palantir signed a massive deal with Ecuador. It's not just a headline, it's proof that their global strategy is kicking into gear. And with this potential trade agreement between the US and Britain, that door just opened even wider. These aren't isolated events. They're signals, early signs that Palantir is becoming a trusted name in global security and infrastructure. And all of this feeds right into the long-term thesis. As more countries start leaning on tech to solve serious national problems, fraud, smuggling, cyber threats, inefficient systems, Palantir is right there, ready with the tools they need. It's not just about building software. It's about becoming the brain behind smarter governments and stronger institutions. So yeah, profitability is coming, slowly but surely. The foundation is being built contract by contract, country by country. And if this momentum keeps up, the whole Palantir community got shocked today. A massive deal for Palantir has been revealed. Palantir will finally support NATO. Analysts are dropping their calls. This might be the catalyst we're waiting for. Will this finally push Palantir to 1 trillion? And how exactly will Palantir's stock benefit from it? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Something absolutely insane just went down with Palantir today. And no, this isn't your usual tech news fluff. We're talking about a massive development that could seriously shake things up. So, earlier today, Palantir announced a brand new partnership with NATO. This isn't just some minor collaboration either. NATO is tapping into one of the most advanced technologies Palantir has ever developed. We're talking cutting-edge, next-level stuff. The kind of tech that doesn't just help companies. It helps shape the future of defense and intelligence on a global scale. And this partnership? It's not just a big deal. It's a game changer. We're already seeing the shockwaves hit. Just look at Palantir's stock. It's on the move, and not in a quiet way either. In fact, one analyst took a close look at Palantir's monthly chart, and what he found is kind of crazy. He pointed out that the stock is holding strong, right above the midpoint of this huge ascending parallel channel. Basically, that's a fancy way of saying the structure is solid, and it's setting the stage for something potentially massive. If this setup plays out the way it's shaping up, the stock could push through multiple price levels. We're talking moves past the 100 mark, heading toward the mid-hundreds if momentum holds. And get this deal didn't just catch the eye of retail investors scrolling through headlines. Wall Street is paying attention too. In fact, the reaction from the big players? That's where things really start to heat up. Analysts over at Wedbush are calling this NATO partnership an extra tailwind for Palantir. They're saying what we're all starting to see. that artificial intelligence is ramping up fast, not just in the US, but across Europe too. Governments are going all in on AI, and Palantir, it's sitting right in the sweet spot, perfectly positioned to ride this massive wave of federal spending. Wedbush even went a step further, saying Palantir is one of their top picks to own heading into 2025. And it doesn't stop there. Stephen Guilfoyle, from The Street Pro, a seasoned trader, also chimed in with his take. He sees the NATO deal as having way bigger implications than people realize. In his latest column, he mentioned that this kind of partnership could trigger a shift, especially with US manufacturers. He's expecting a trend where companies start bringing parts of their operations back home, reshoring, which could open even more doors for Palantir's tech. Oh, and here's the kicker. Guilfoyle just raised his price target on Palantir again. He's now expecting it to push past the 110 mark, eyeing a move toward around $100 to $16. So what's this all actually about? Well, NATO just signed on to use Palantir's Maven Smart System, a seriously advanced AI platform that's already being used by every branch of the US military. Let that sink in for a second. This isn't some pilot program or experimental tech. This is battle-tested, high-stakes software, and now NATO is jumping on board. Details of the deal haven't been made public yet, but here's the wild part. The system is expected to be up and running within the next 30 days. That's fast. Like, really fast. And it shows how urgent and important this tech is becoming for global defense strategies. With this move, Palantir isn't just participating in the AI race, they're leading it. Governments across North America and Europe are shifting serious spending toward AI, and Palantir is right in the middle of it all. And remember, this comes right after another major announcement. A big contract with the US Army to support its next-generation command and control program. That deal alone could bring in up to 9 figures every year. That kind of steady government cash flow? It's the kind of thing investors dream of. These two back-to-back announcements are doing more than just grabbing headlines. They're calming down a lot of Wall Street's concerns about budget cuts affecting Palantir's government revenue. And more importantly, they're painting a picture of a company that's just getting started. This is really big for Palantir. Like, potential trillion-dollar company, big. Having NATO, the US military, and now even major federal agencies on board? That's the kind of momentum you don't see often. These deals aren't just about revenue. They're about validation. Palantir is proving that its AI solutions are not only powerful, but also essential to how modern governments operate. And here's where things go even crazier. Just a few days ago, Palantir dropped another bombshell. They're teaming up with Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency on a bold new project with the IRS. The goal? To build a massive API system that would totally streamline how IRS data is accessed. In short, they're trying to make one of the most complicated government systems run smoother with AI. And Palantir is the one trusted to do it. Think about what that means. Between defense, military strategy, and now federal data infrastructure, Palantir is planting flags all over the AI map. These are huge partnerships, and they're happening one after the other. It's almost like a domino effect. And every deal is another step towards skyrocketing growth. Put it all together, and what you've got is a company moving fast. Really fast. The deals are getting bigger, the timelines are getting shorter, and the Palantir team, led by a CEO who clearly isn't slowing down, is going all in. This is crazy, this is bullish. And honestly, for anyone holding Palantir, it's starting to feel like the beginning of something massive. And these recent partnerships, they're kind of a no-brainer. Like, people expected Palantir to start landing monster deals like this. It's not even shocking at this point. It's more like, yep, here we go again. One analyst on Twitter even said it best. We're officially in the most important race of our time. Not just any race, the AI supremacy race. And it's not just about tech anymore. Infrastructure's under threat. Cyber attacks are on the rise. This isn't sci-fi, it's reality. And AI? It's the new weapon, the new strategy, the new everything. Now, for most people, AI just means cool apps and fun tools. You know, writing help, funny images, maybe a robot that can summarize a doc. But if you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, CEOs are realizing this isn't just about grabbing a chatbot and hoping for the best. It's deeper. You need infrastructure, you need meaning behind the data, you need something that actually makes sense of it all. That's where Palantir comes in. One company, quietly, steadily, transforming how the government and massive enterprises handle AI. They're not just making AI flashier, they're making it smarter. Like one analyst said, Palantir doesn't just hand you a model. They build the system around it that makes it actually useful. Without that, the AI is just guessing. And the crazy part is, even if you don't totally get how their tech works, it's becoming clear. Palantir is becoming the gold standard. How do we know? Just look at who's calling them. NATO, the US military, health agencies, federal departments, they're all lining up. Remember that whole thing the US military is building? It's like a digital brain that connects every branch, land, air, sea, space, and cyber, all talking in real time. Palantir's already deep in that space, especially with Titan, which is the Army's part of that big web. It takes tons of messy data from sensors and systems and turns it into actual decisions. Fast. That's not something you just hand off to anyone. And this kind of trust goes back years. A few years ago, Palantir was behind Operation Warp Speed, the one that rolled out vaccines at record pace. Their Foundry platform, specifically a system called Tiberius, basically helped officials track everything: doses, locations, bottlenecks, all in real time. That's what made vaccine distribution actually work when time was running out. And if you're worried about privacy, this ain't some data-sucking social media company. Palantir doesn't collect or sell personal data. They're not in the business of trading your info. They only work with clients who want to make sense of their data, and that's it. Now, fast forward to right now, April 2025. NATO just locked in Palantir's Maven Smart system, which uses generative AI and machine learning to make sense of battlefield data. This system literally lets a small group of soldiers handle tasks that used to need thousands of people. Like, this is game-changing for military ops. All of this, the IRS project, NATO, the Army, it's pointing to one thing. Palantir is becoming the backbone of government AI. And these deals? They're stacking up fast, like lightning fast. Which tells you one thing. The team at Palantir, and especially its CEO, they're not slowing down anytime soon. This is huge. It's bullish. And honestly, it's just getting started. Palantir is not just in the AI game. They're changing the game. For governments, for security, for infrastructure. They're showing up where it matters most. And in a world where trust is everything, they're the ones getting the call. Palantir is the gold standard. And if this AI race really is the most important one we've ever seen, and you're still wondering whether Palantir can hit a 1 trillion valuation, I'd say that's not a matter of if anymore. It's just a matter of when. And at this pace, that when might be closer than anyone thinks. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.